compliance on what was required for the account or for the payment to be reported as late, how can it be a charge off when the late payment part of it was not compliant? Guys, when I found this out and I told, like, I have some friends in credit, right? And when I told them this, they looked at me and said, Daraine, you are crazy. Like, we know you're crazy, but this is the craziest thing that we've ever heard you come up with. Okay. So I came back and I told the students in the university. Stephanie, is Stephanie here? Steph? All right, Steph isn't here. Stephanie was actually the first person to get the late payment deleted from a charge off. So I went back and I showed them and I said, y'all called me crazy. And look at the results. And guess what? Now they all using it. Yeah, they're welcome. You see, you're crazy until you make it. You're crazy. Everybody's going to say you're crazy. But if you let the naysayers derail you off your path, I promise you, you will always be subjected to the approval of others. Guys, I give zero about what people say. I don't care. I do not care. Because being able to commit to the things that you're thinking and the goals that you want and the achievements that you need to accomplish, and seeing how things align for you guys. Not everyone will see not everyone is going to see the things that you see. Okay, before today, how many of you would have ever looked at a charge off like this?
Never.
Never.
But now
Not
you
me.
can see how the dots connect. Your job, your responsibility is to see the things others cannot see. Because when you see the things others can't see, you can do things others cannot do. And this is what will set you apart from everybody else that's telling everybody, go to ChatGPT and go get your dispute letter. You could do that, but I'm almost positive ChatGPT could never give you this strategy. That is 100% fact.
Agreed.
Why? Because I've asked ChatGPT to give it to me, and it cannot produce it.
ChatGPT is not specific to consumer law. It's just general information. That's why your AI, Daraine, is so good, because your AI software, because it is consumer law specific.
Correct. Like whoever that was, 100% on your test. You literally just
That
got
was Kenny, Daraine.
Oh, Kenny, I was not able to see the screen. 100%.
Yes, sir.
So it's important that you vet and know where you're getting information from. And like I said, guys, ain't nothing up here I'm making up. All you got to do is just follow the yellow brick road. It will lead you straight to the wizard, literally. A charge-off cannot occur if the account was not late. A late payment cannot occur if the 5 pieces of compliance are not met. So what charge-off are we talking about? What late payment are we talking about? This is why charge-offs and late payments go hand in hand, because of the similarities that they share. Because a charge-off cannot occur by itself. The account must first be delinquent. It being delinquent means that the account is late. It being late subjects it to timing of payments. And the fact that it's a delinquent means that it's also negative information, and it must be compliant with the negative information notice. Charge off? What charge off? Ain't no charge off over here.
Daraine, no lie, I'm gonna have to run this video back because you was dropping gems.
Say it again?
I said I'm gonna have to run this video back because you are dropping gems.
All right. So, let's go back to our lesson plan. See, y'all have me derailing from my whole lesson plan. Where is it? Oh, who's that guy? I mean, where were we? Day number, not day number 4 yet. All right, let's do a check off now. Let's see what we did so far. Wait, let's do a check off. So we did that, we did that. Oh, I'm gonna talk about this next. We're gonna go into Snowball Method. We did that. Maintaining the mixed type installments. Okay, we're about to do this. Yeah, we're almost there. All right, 3 points left. All right. So now we're gonna go into one of my favorite things, guys. The Snowball Method. This method, guys, it worked. Even Dave Ramsey talks about this method. And I don't even like Dave Ramsey. All right. So when you think about a snowball, I want you to think about a hill, right? I want you to think about a hill, and we're going to talk about a tiny snowball, right? Tiny snowball that Jimmy left on top of the hill. So this is Jimmy, right? So Jimmy left a tiny snowball on the hill, but the wind came, that's the wind. Don't judge my drawing, that's the wind. And the wind blew the snowball. And as the snowball went, it picked up mass, right? So as it's going down the hill, it's getting larger and larger because it's picking up momentum, but it's also picking up snow as it goes down the hill, right? So that's the direction of the snowball. How can you use this method for credit? Well, it's really simple. So let's say that you know what, let's do this. I like this drawing though. I don't want to lose it. I like it. All right, so let's go over here. Right? So let's say that you have credit cards. So we're gonna have 5 credit cards, right? Credit card, credit card, credit card. That's 3. Credit card. We're gonna use 4. We're gonna use 4. All right. So how the snowball method works, right? So let's say the balance on this is $1,000. Let's say the balance on this is 2,500. Balance on this is 5,000. And then the balance on this is 7,500, right? Now, how the snowball method works, oh, minimum payment. So minimum payment, right? Minimum payment on this is, let's say that's $50, right? Minimum payment on this is, let's say 100. Minimum payment on this is about $200. Let's say 250. Right? And then minimum payment on this is 400. Right? We're gonna use these numbers, all right? Now, how the snowball method actually works is most people, right? So most people, so this is Daraine again, this is me, right? I got a lot of credit card debt, so I'm not happy. I am not happy because as soon as the money comes in, right? As soon as the dollars come in, guess what? They go out and they go here, they go there, they go here, They go here. And all I can keep up is minimum payments. Minimum payments, right? So I'm just throwing money all over the place. I'm throwing money all over the place, right? I'm throwing money all over the place. So what Daraine would be doing is I'd be putting like $100 here. I'll be throwing $200 over here. I'm gonna be throwing $400 over here, and I'm throwing like, let's say $1,000 over here, right? So Daraine is just throwing money all over the place with no clear goal as to how I'm gonna pay these down. So I'm just throwing money all over the place. But then Daraine got told about the snowball method. So what Daraine's going to do now is Daraine's going to organize his credit cards from smallest to largest, right? So you're going to organize your credit cards from smallest to largest. What does that do? I am going to maintain minimum balances on all of them. So let me see now. Here, right? So here, I would be normally throwing what? $100 here. Over here, I'm throwing $200 over here. Over here, Daraine is throwing $400, and over here, Daraine is just throwing $1,000. Just throwing money. So now Daraine learned about the snowball method, and Daraine decided that he's going to be organized. So what Daraine's going to do now is Daraine is going to maintain his minimum balance on every single card. So I'm going to maintain my minimum balance, right? So I was throwing what? $400 extra over here, right? I was throwing what? I was throwing $1,000 over here. I was throwing 400 over here. I was throwing 200. So my minimum balance here is 400. So I'm going to pay that. So how much do I have now from what I was throwing over here? I have what? I have 600 here. I was throwing 400 over here. So I'm maintaining this minimum balance. How much do I have now?
150.
Daraine has 150 here. Over here, I was throwing 200. My minimum is 100. How much do I have now?
100.
Yep, Daraine has 100. And over here, I was throwing $100 on this, right? So,
50.
all right. So I got a $50 extra. All right. What Daraine is going to do, Daraine is going to take all of these and combine them.
$900.
So that gave me $900, right? So Daraine took the whole 900 and Daraine dropped it on this credit card. How much is left? $100, because I just paid 900 on it, right?
Plus the 50 minimum payment, so $50
Plus the
is
50, so we have $50 left. You are correct. So we have $50 left, right? So boom, Daraine pays it off. You know what? I'm gonna change this to a whole number so we have a whole number left. So let me do that. Because I don't want to confuse anybody. Let me change which one I was paying 250 on. So let's say this is 300. Let me use a whole number just so we can just get it even. All right, so let's say this minimum balance was 300, right? So let's redo the math. We're gonna redo the math.